Another beautiful day in God's kingdom. Today we're checking out the book of Luke, and we're in Luke chapter 10. And let's read what Jesus is saying here to his disciples. And we're going to zero in on one of the verses. And in verse 2, it says here, from verse 2, it says, "The harvest is great, but the workers are few. So pray to the Lord who is in charge of the harvest. Ask him to send more workers into his fields." And then in verse 3, Jesus carries on and he says, "Now go and remember that I am sending you out as lambs among wolves." And when Jesus makes these statements to the disciples, he tells them, first of all, just like he's saying to us, that listen, there are a lot of souls out there. There are a lot of people out there that need to be brought into the kingdom. When he says that the laborers are few, there are few people who are going to go out. There are few people who are going out there to share the gospel. There are few people who are going out there to bring in those souls into the kingdom. But Jesus goes ahead and he makes this statement and says, listen, I am sending you out as lambs among wolves. And what do we see that's peculiar about lambs? First of all, lambs are babies. They're babies, the baby sheep. And they are, of course, for the fact that they are babies means that they're totally dependent on their parents. They're totally dependent on their mother for sustenance, for support, for direction. And that is what God expects us to be. That is how God sees us out there, that we are lambs going out, in the midst, he says, of wolves. And what is it that is peculiar again about wolves? Of course, wolves are predators, and the predator will always see the lamb as prey. But one thing that is clear here is that God will always be with his people. And so the lamb always has that assurance that the shepherd is nearby and the shepherd is around them to protect them. In the same way, God is sending us out. And as he's sending us out, he's telling us that, hey, he is with you. Hey, he's got your back. Hey, he's the one that is going to provide everything that you need. And so there should be no fear at all in our hearts that though we might be as lambs among wolves, God is with us every step of the way and is guiding and directing and leading us and showing us the way that we should go. All we need to do is keep listening and watching out for what the shepherd will say. And then even as lambs, we'll be safe even in the midst of wolves. God bless you. Have a beautiful day.